Hello folks, I'm Dean with Dean's Woodworking. Welcome to the shop. Y'all come on in and make yourself comfortable. Today, we're going to make a nifty little tool I think all of you will enjoy. It's a disc sander to mount on your lathe using the chuck. So you can make a different one for every size chuck you have, and these things come in real handy. I think you'll enjoy it. Stay tuned. Here on the lathe, we've got our chuck set up. We've got a little block of 5-inch construction lumber, and we're going to thread that on a screw chuck. There we go. We got it nice and tight on there. And what we're going to do at this point is we're going to make this round. Okay, this is a new system, so hopefully the sound is a whole lot better than what I've been having, because that Trend air shield that I've been using is really loud. And we'll see how this works. You folks, leave me a comment and let me know if it's working better than what I have been doing, okay? And the first thing we are going to do is just simply to make it round. We'll grab our 1/2-inch bowl gouge here, turn it, make sure we've got clearance. Go ahead and start our machine up. We'll go ahead and speed it up, and we're going to make it round at this point. So you notice we're coming in from the side of this. You see a lot of people feeding their tool in towards, when you do, you're hitting end grain. Not a recommended thing to do. And myself, I tend to turn stuff like this left-handed. That way I can stand out of the line of fire. And if something does pop off of it, it may harm the ceiling or my curtain in the background, but I'm safe. Okay, let's take a look at that and see where we're at. So we are completely round. Let's see how big we are and what we need here. So we need 5 inches, and so we can take about another 1/4 of an inch off of that. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, now that we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and pull our tailstock back. We're going to come across to that bowl gouge and just make sure that this is flat. I can see a little bit of wobble in it. So one thing about that construction lumber, man, it will, it cuts fast. Okay, so we've got this dished out just a little bit. We want to flatten that out. I don't know what you guys think, but that looks really good to me. So once we've got that flattened out, we're going to come in and make some marks on here. See, we're going to make it to where we can chuck it up in this chuck. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a parting tool, and I know that the inside of that, this chuck will grip on it. So now if I take this chuck and push it in here, I know that I can squeeze down on that, or I can expand out, and I'm good on this chuck. So now that we've got that done, let's go ahead and take this off of the lathe. We're going to put this chuck on the lathe. We're going to use the tailstock to push that up good and tight so we know we've got it snug, and then we're going to tighten that down. Now that we've done that, we can back our tailstock out of the way, and what we're going to do at this point now is we're going to come in and we're going to flatten off the face of this. So again, we're going to thin this down quite a bit too, because that was not the best piece of wood probably to work with. But you know what? It was the one that was laying there, right? Let's take a look and see what we've got, okay? Pretty sharp corners there. Let's see how flat we are. Oh, we are real close. We're just a little bit high on the outside, so we're going to take just a touch off this outside here. Let's see how we are there. We may have taken too much off the outside now. Yeah, we need to bring a little bit more off the middle. Once you've got it good and flat, we're going from one extreme to another here. Let's take another look at that. Just making sure exactly how much I needed to take off there. Now let me caution you too. When you're turning something like that, and we're real close right there, so when you're turning something like that, you got sharp corners here. Do yourself a favor. Put a little break on those corners. If you don't, and you get your hand against it, just like getting your hand against a knife. Okay, we have some 80 grit sandpaper here. It's peel and stick. So once you get this like this, you can put it right back on that chuck many times. You have yourself a disc sander. Press it on there real good. Folks, at this point, you have a disc sander. You can turn that thing on. You got a bottom you need to finish out. You want to round off an edge. You want to flatten off a spot. Handy tool, folks. This is just super simple tool to make. You see, it's a piece of pine construction lumber on a chuck, piece of self-adhesive sandpaper on the front of it. You can use this thing over and over and over. Take it off the chuck, lay it to the side, put it right back on. You're ready to go again. When you do wear out the sandpaper, just peel it off. If you have trouble peeling it off, take you a heat gun, warm it up just a little bit, and it'll come right off. You can put another piece of sandpaper on there, and you are good to go. Folks, if you like what you're seeing and you appreciate the tips and techniques videos, go down and hit the subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. That just lets YouTube push it out to more wood turners, and more turners get to see it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy turning.